If you want to add keyframes in CapCut on PC, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll show you a super simple step-by-step method to animate your videos, images, and text like a pro. Keyframes are one of the easiest ways to create smooth zooms, movement, and custom effects, and once you understand the process, you can use them in almost any edit. So, if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more CapCut tips and beginner-friendly editing tutorials. Now let's jump in. First, open CapCut on your PC and make sure your project is already loaded into the timeline. Keyframes only work once you've selected a clip, image, or text layer, so click the media element you want to animate. This could be a video clip, a photo, a title, or any object you want to move or transform over time. Once it's selected, look to the top right panel and make sure you're in the correct tab. If you're working with a video clip, go to the Video tab. If you're animating text, use the Text tab. And if you're adjusting audio-related elements, use the appropriate tab for that layer. From there, click Basic so you can see the core settings like position, scale, rotation, and opacity. Now comes the most important part, positioning the playhead. The playhead is the blue line in your timeline, and it tells CapCut exactly where you are in the video. Move it to the exact moment where you want the animation to begin. This is where your first keyframe will be placed. Be precise here, because the first keyframe acts like the starting point of your effect. If you want your clip to zoom in slowly, for example, place the playhead at the point where that zoom should begin. If you want something to slide across the screen, place it where the movement should start. Next, look for the property you want to animate. The most common ones are scale for zooming, position for movement, rotation for spinning, and opacity for fade-ins and fade-outs. Once you find the setting you want, click the small diamond icon next to it. That diamond is the keyframe button. When you click it, CapCut creates your first keyframe, and you'll usually see a diamond marker appear on the clip in the timeline as well. That means CapCut now remembers the exact value of that setting at this point in time. After that, move the playhead further along the timeline to where you want the animation to end. This is your second point. Once the playhead is in the new position, change the property you selected. For example, if you want a zoom effect, increase the scale. If you want motion, drag the position to a new spot. If you want a fade, lower the opacity. The moment you adjust that setting, CapCut automatically adds the second keyframe for you and creates a smooth transition between the first point and the second point. That's what makes the motion look animated instead of instant. This is where keyframes become really powerful. You can use them to create a cinematic zoom, a slow pan, text that slides into frame, or even subtle emphasis on an object in your video. If the movement looks too fast, just spread the keyframes farther apart on the timeline. If it feels too slow, bring them closer together. The timing between your keyframes controls the speed of the animation, so a little adjustment can make a big difference. You can also repeat this process with other properties if you want a more advanced result. For example, you might keyframe both position and scale at the same time to create a dynamic motion effect. Or you could combine opacity and movement to make an element fade in while sliding into place. CapCut on PC makes this easy once you get comfortable with the basic workflow. Select the layer, place the playhead, add the first keyframe, move forward, and change the value to generate the second one. If you don't see the keyframe button right away, double-check that the clip is selected and that you're inside the correct settings panel. Also, make sure you're adjusting a property that supports keyframes. In most cases, the standard transform settings will work perfectly. The more you practice, the faster this becomes, and soon you'll be using keyframes without even thinking about it. So, to quickly recap, select your media, open the basic settings, place the playhead where the animation starts, click the diamond icon to create your first keyframe, and smooth motion between them. That's the full process for adding keyframes in CapCut on PC. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more CapCut editing guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.